today we will be going over 10.4, multiplying mixed numbers. But before we jump right in, we have to remember how to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, because this step is very crucial to this section. So we're going to do a few review problems, and I'm going to color code because you know I love to color code, and you can work it out with me. So if you're watching, that's great. If you're watching and taking notes, just remember you can stop it at any point in time and then continue the video, okay? So we have our first example. We have 3 1/3. So to change a mixed number to an improper fraction, what we need to do, and remember guys, we've already went over this. This is just a refresher. We're going to multiply the denominator by the whole number. And then whatever answer we get here, we're going to add the numerator to it. Now, we know that 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So 10 is going to be my new numerator. So it's basically like the circle, a big circle, and then our answer goes there. Now our denominator, guess what? Stays the same. And that's it. So that's how you change a mixed number to an improper fraction. So let's do it one more time to make sure you guys have it, and then we'll kind of go on. And we will practice this more as our examples keep going. So we have 4 3/4. First, we need to multiply our denominator by our whole number. Then we need to add whatever we have, whatever answer that is, plus 3. And remember, it's like a big circle. So 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. So I'm going to just bring it over. And my denominator stays the same. Excuse me. So it is 4. 19 over 4. And that's all we have to do to change a mixed number to an improper fraction. So let's take a look. There's 3 different type of problems you may see in 10.4. Oh, my cactus. What are you doing in here? Oh, silly cactus. So the first problems you may see are 2 mixed numbers being multiplied together. And the first thing that we need to do is we need to change each of these mixed numbers to an improper fraction. So just like we did before, just like we were practicing, we're going to multiply our denominators, then add our numerators, and then we're going to bring down our IM. You can write it to the side if that works for you too, but I'm going to bring everything down. And, excuse me. So I know 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. My denominator stays the same, just 3. Don't forget the sign. And now move on to the next number. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. My denominator stays the same. Now, all I do is I multiply straight across. 10 times 3 and 3 times 2. So I know that 10 times 3 is 30. 3 times 2 is 6. Now, guys, just like last week, the last step, you have to simplify. A lot of you guys are only getting half credit for your answers because you're not simplifying. And guys, you have to simplify. So if it's an improper fraction like this, you need to simplify. And this one, I can already tell that 60 can go into, or 6 can go into 30. So I'm going to divide the the bottom and the top by 6. And I know it's 5. And that's my answer. Now it's not, oh my goodness, sorry guys. Now, if it is a non-even number like this, guys, make sure you divide. You do your long division and the remainder becomes a new numerator and you keep the denominator, okay? All right, so let's look at the next problem you may see in your homework. Next, we have a mixed number times a fraction. Same thing that we did before. We need to change our mixed number to an improper fraction. So I'm going to multiply my denominator and my whole number together, and then I'm going to add the numerator. Now, when there's a fraction, that just stays the same because you don't need to change it. So we're going to bring that down later, but I'm going to work on this one first. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And my denominator stays the same. Bring down my sign. And I don't have to change this one at all. So I'm just going to bring it straight down. Now, all I do is multiply straight across, like you guys have been doing. 9 times 2 is 18. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay, so notice this is not an improper fraction, but it can be simplified. So I'm going to start with the number 2 because I know both of those are even numbers, and I know any even number can go into the number 2. So I'm just going to divide and see what I get. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. And 20 divided by 2 is 10. And that's our answer. It can't go any further. It can't be any more simplified. Okay? All right, so let's look at the last problem that you may see on your homework. So we would have a mixed number times a whole number. Ooh, okay. Sorry guys, I have like something stuck in my throat. So first and foremost, we need to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. And then we have to change that whole number to a fraction. We learned that last week, and we're going to continue to bring that skill over to this week. So first and foremost, let's change our mixed number to an improper fraction. And I'm writing these signs here so I remind myself what to do. I would like it if you guys would do that just so you don't forget how to do it. So push the paper up just a little bit. There we go. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Bring down my denominator. It's exactly the same. Can't forget my sign. Now, if you guys remember, how do we change a whole number to a fraction? We put a 1 underneath it. That's right. So I'm going to put my 5 and my 1, okay? Just like last week, we changed that whole number to a fraction by placing a 1 underneath it. And now, guess what? I multiply straight across. 9 times 5, 2 times 1. All right, so 9 times 5, I know, is 45. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Oh, but wait, this is an improper fraction. Now I'm going to check. Can 2 go into 45? No. So I'm going to have to do long division. So I'm going to push the paper up just a little bit more. So our numerator becomes the dividend. So 2 divided by 45, excuse me. So if you can think of a really, really big number, go for it. If you want to do it one number at a time, you can. So let's do one number at a time for those who can't remember our multiplication table, can't think of any number that two can go higher. So I'm gonna do one number at a time, just because it's a little bit less thinking on our part. So I'm just gonna start at the 4. How many times can 2 go into 4? 2 times, easy. 2 times 2 is 4, and I subtract. 0, right? But now I gotta bring down this 5. So how many times can 2 go into 5? 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. And I subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. And that's our remainder, which we know that our remainder now becomes our new numerator. So I'm going to carry up the 1. Our denominator stays the same. And that is my answer. Okay, a lot of you guys are getting here, but missing this step. You guys have to do this step now. I'm not going to give you any more half credit. If you're getting here and not getting here, you're going to get it wrong. Okay, we've been doing this for 2 weeks now. So these are the 3 different types of problems you will see on 10.4. Okay, you will see mixed numbers times whole numbers. You will see mixed numbers times fractions. And you will see two mixed fractions multiplied together. Okay, so a very important thing that you guys need to know and need to practice is changing those mixed numbers to improper fractions. Okay, make sure you check out Modo for your assignment. And if you need help, feel free to contact me. We can Zoom, whatever you need, okay? All right, I will see you guys later. Bye.